Hello students, the today topic is financial consideration in selection. In the last lecture you learned the various phases of the selection, how to select the project and how to the maintenance is provided to the project, various maintenance activities, various types of the maintenance you learned in the last lecture. Today topic is financial consideration in the selection. The various types of the financial considerations options are available when the decision is going ahead, has been made to the purchase or take the lease options. There are the three methods of the acquisitions of the computers and the taking the computer services. First is rental services, rental rental directly from the manufacturer, manufacturer and second is the leasing through the third party, leasing through the third party, and the third option is outright the purchase, the purchasing method, outright the purchase. The first method is take the rental option. The rent is form of the lease directly from the manufacturer. It's rental take the directly from the manufacturer who is manufacturer. The user agrees to on the basis of the monthly payment, usually from the 1 year or the less than the 1 year. The contract can be terminated without the penalty by 90 days advance notice. The rent is from of is lease take from the directly from the manufacturer. The user agrees on the basis of the monthly payment, usually from the 1 year or the less than the year. The contract can be terminated without penalty by the 90 days advance the notice. Give the advance the notice to the manufacturer. You have terminated the agreement before the 90 days. Give to advise the rental charges are based on the 170 days user hours. They are basis on the users hours. Additional usage may have higher total charges for the per month. You have use on the additionally uses, they have to pay to the additional charges. Computer user favor renting system for the three reasons: because their insurance, maintenance and the other expenses are included into the rental charges. You have take the select the purchasing method, you have provided the insurance, then the computer is provided to the maintenance and the other expenses are. But in the rental option, this insurance, maintenance and the other expenses are included into the rental charges. There is a financial leverage for the user. Financial benefit is in this rental option. Rental make it easier to change the to other system, thereby reducing the risks of the technological technological circumstances. There are any problems that arises in the computer system, the manufacturer is provided the services and the maintenance, insurance, other short circuit and other problems are arises in the computer systems, and any problems are this is covered in the rental option. The user is not responsible for to the any problems are arises in the systems and in the computer services. This is responsible the manufacturer. This is the first. This is in this way the rental options is provided. Second is the lease option, leasing through the third party. The leasing system is acquired through the third party from the vendor. Third party purchase ranges for the 6 month or a month to month renewal to the 7 years due to the lease option. Long ranges leases have more favorable terms. From the user's view, the leasing have the several advantages. No financing is required. The risk of the system is shifted to the lessor. Lease charges are lower than the rental charges from the same period, and also tax is also deductible. Lease may be written to show higher payment in earlier to reflect the decline in value of the system as compared to the rent option. The leasing option is best option. No financing is required. The risk of the system is shifted to the lessor. The risk of this system is lesser. Leasing charges are lower than the rental charges. The leasing agreement is 1 year, 2 years, and up to the 7 year. On month to month, it is also renewed by is 1 year, 2 years, and up to the renewal to the 7th year. Is leasing option is provided up to the 7th year. The lease are may return to show higher payment in earlier to reflect the decline in value of the system. In this way, the lease option is the second option is provided. The third is the purchase option. The purchasing the computer has benefits and also drawbacks also. Purchasing means assuming that all the risks of the ownership, including tax, insurance, technological risks, technological circumstances, technological problems. However, the owner obtain all the services and the supports are available under the lease and the rental. And about two agreements, in the rental agreements and in the lease agreement, these types of the taxes, insurance, and the technological and the maintenance, they are bear by the manufacturer, and the here is leasing agreement, and the third party vendor is provided these types of the services. But in the purchase option, the owner is the purchasing means assuming all risks of the ownership, including tax, insurance, and the technological problems and technological circumstances. However, the owner obtain all the services and supports that are available under the lease or the rent agreement. Compared with the renting and the leasing, the flexibility and modifying of the system easily flexible and the modify, lower continuing the cash outlay than the lease system due to the cash saving from the depreciation and the investment tax credit. Then the next option is use computer. The use computer. Most organizations outgrow their computer long before they have become obsolete. This means that users are forced to uphold their equipment loss in the new system. Availability of the major advantages to buying the used computer. This demand for the some system is go high, and the promise as delivered to the in the within the 6 month, and for certain highly use the microcomputer delivery as may land long as the 4 month, and computer dealers have been known to deliver on the same day. For the standalone, the system use computers are the ideal for the user with in-house the expertise and assure to the vendor to the support. Unless the biggest drawback to the used computer is maintenance. This is in the last financial consideration. There are provided the three options. Then, but in the used computer also highest drawback is the used computer is provided the maintenance. This is readily available from the vendor and the independent service firm. But in the own basis, you are purchasing the computer. They have bear the services by the owner. The used computer acquired dealer or end user. Most dealers are knowledgeable about the system. They base bargaining how is buying directly from the end user, provided there is a log of that verifies the maintenance record of the system. In conclusion, they have saving the acquiring use system, and more organizations are going through that route. Furthermore, it is a excellent way to extend the useful life of their computer. The use computer, there is already use computer. The more organization are going to the use computer. This means that user are forced to afford the equipment and loss in order to acquire the new system. Is already used system is also used in the organization. Next topic is the computer contract. The last topic is the computer contract. After a decision has been made to the equipment or the software, the final step in the system to negotiate the contract. The typical user does not negotiate. You firstly negotiate the computer contract. The assumption is that contract is drafted by the reputable firm, is a standard instrument and is not subject to the change. The primary law is governing the contract is the law of contract, although the contract can be influenced by the other law such as the Uniform Commercial Code. The uniform law is governing the contract is the law of the contract. All those contract can be influenced by the other law. Performance of the contract is fulfilling the duties is created by in the computer contract. The art of the negotiation is also decided. Art of negotiation. Art of negotiation. Art of negotiation. The many user entered the contract of the negotiation. They contact with the vendor with the little preparation for the negotiation is an art. It is a totally contract. They have their rules and the regulation also follow. The strategies must be planned and decided also. The either the party can change during the course of the negotiation. The party do not change. The party is also decided on which party you have contract with this. The part A represented poorly prepared user and the completely throws out the negotiation. Part B shows the relatively informed user but one who has the sense of the urgency. The part A represent there are the two part A and the part A. Part A represent the poorly prepared user and the part B surely relatively informed user but one who has the sense of the urgency. And in this way the art of the negotiation is when user enter in the contract of the negotiation, they know the negotiations art and the negotiations rules also. The strategies and their tactics. Various strategies and tactics are used to control the negotiation process. The key strategies control the environment, the users home field. The users allow the users representative to concentrate on the negotiation process in a proper familiar way. In this way, the computer contract is decided after the decision has been made about the equipment or the software. The final step in the system acquisition is the negotiation or a contract. It is a negotiation and contract. The assumption is that the contract is drafted by a reputable firm and is a standard instrument and is not subject to change. At that time you are taking the contract with this firm and contract with this firm, it is not be subject to this change. It is the primary law of the governing the contract is a law of the contract. All those contract can be influenced by the other law, and the performance of the contract is fulfilling the duties created by it. Today close your session. Thank you.